Hello.
Hey.
Welcome to another episode of Race to Wealth, where we focus on your financial health.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
I'm your host, Vanessa Harrison.
And I'm your host, Delcine Thomas. Welcome back.
Yeah. We're so excited that you are joining us today. We have a phenomenal show for you today. Our show is titled Myths About Making Millions.
Hello. Hello.
Myths about making millions.
Yes.
There are some myths out there, and we're going to go over some of them today. As you know, we like to start out with our story of the day. So, our story of the day comes from a movie that you guys may have seen before. There was a man, and he came over to this country, and he was, He came to this country, he was looking for a life here. And each time that he tried to talk with someone, to a lady, to be a suitor, they turned him down flat, cold, absolutely not. Eventually, they all found out that he was a prince. And then several people wanted to be his suitor. Several women wanted to come after him because he had all this money.
Right.
Now, this is one of the myths, is that when someone makes millions, they may not look like it.
I like that. Oh, I love that. That is a good one.
That is so true.
How do you tell, or how can you tell who is a millionaire and not?
How can you tell? Can you tell? Can you tell? Because just think about it. If we had pictures displayed in front of us today of all of these different people, would you be able to pick out a millionaire among them?
We need to do that one day. We need to have a couple of millionaires in here and find out, and let people choose who they think is a millionaire.
Who's making the big bucks?
The big bucks.
Who's making them? Because, even if you look at some of the people who are the highest paid people in our generation, they don't all look a specific kind of way. They may be very simply dressed. They might be very uniform in how they go about things. There's one man who made a substantial amount of money, and he wore the same black shirt all the time.
Right.
Right. Because he was trying to simplify his life. A lot of times when it comes to millionaires, they are all about making things more simple for themselves.
And I think that a lot of millionaires are looking at the fact that they, I think it's Steve Harvey, or either there is a couple of entertainers and also professional men and women that are in the industry as far as sports, and they never really get dolled up until they go to an event. And once you see them at an event, you're like, oh my God, is that person? Because they never dress like that. So, I'm just...
That's so true.
Just flowing with what you were just saying, how can you tell how a millionaire really looks?
Yeah, that's true. And you know what, when it comes to people who are making large amounts of money, one of the things that you can look at is the muscle that they use the most. Like if someone makes millions of dollars in the sports industry, then when you see their body, you can tell that they are in athletics, that they work out every day, that they are consistent in their regimen in working out all the time. Because you can see it. That's the muscle that they work all the time. If it is someone who is a researcher, and when you talk to them, they know everything there is about the topic that they're researching. They can look at it from all of these different angles. They can analyze it in different ways. They can apply it to people's lives. They can solve problems with it. Then that's the muscle that they've been working. So you can see that, So those, some of the ways. If they are the best cook in the world, maybe they're going and training other people how to be spectacular cooks and chefs because they've been working that muscle so often that you can see how they're applying it in different areas.
Yes.
You know, have you ever
Yeah.
noticed that?
Yeah, you're
Like,
right. You're
yeah.
right. Like you said, depending on what occupation they're working in and things like that, they speak on that subject,
Yeah.
or they're talking about that subject, or they're wearing that subject, like in the fashion industry.
Like
you
our
know.
fashion model here. Listen,
I
let
don't
me
know
tell
about
you.
that. Oh
Let me
my
tell
God.
you.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
I read the book, Delcine. I read the book. Listen, before Delcine was in business, I'm not going to tell the whole story, Delcine. Don't
Okay,
worry.
okay.
But she is a model, designer, fashionista, and
Right.
she's like this all the time, right? I'm like, how do you? And it will be, you know, if we're going somewhere or doing something, it literally takes her minutes to get ready, and it's at the snap of a finger, and I'm left going, how did you
Now wait a
How
minute.
did
Let
you
me
do
tell you
that?
something. That's what she
how
says.
did you do that?
But believe me,
2 seconds, she'll go from
It didn't take her.
sleeping clothes to red carpet ready.
I will receive that because I have, again, like she said, the language or your training. And back in the day, not back in the day, I'm not that old, but anyway,
she's
some
good.
time ago, you know, I did used to
Do a little something. Are you
do a
going to
little
be
something,
modest?
something, and I loved it. I had so much fun, and it really helped to build confidence and your self-esteem. And it just, you know, it helped you to be professional. That's another thing that it really added to my portfolio, to be professional in greeting and meeting people and showing up. It helped me in my job, in my personal life, because when I went for a job interview, I knew that I should be presentable.
Right.
People are gonna look at you sideways, and sometimes people do have unfortunate situations, but for the most part, you definitely want to look the part. And that has to do with a millionaire as well, like she was saying.
Right.
Some of the myths that we see is the fact that, you know, we have TV, we have movies, we have, you know, people that are in the music industry and other industries as well. So we watch how they dress, we watch how they act. And a lot of times their dress might make the statements that they're rich, but that's not necessarily true. You know, people go back and we look at their history, Google them to see what they're worth and things like that, but you don't know what's going on in people's lives. It might be, they might say that, and if it's true, but we don't know how long it took them to get that status.
True.
So
True.
there are myths, you know, that people are millionaires and they could be broke. I remember one of the people that I remember was Wesley Snipes. He was in the movies, doing very well, rich, and yet still the word came out on him that he owed $7 million back in taxes. So was he still a millionaire? I don't know. He could still be. But he was a real good actor. I like his acting.
You know.
And so, yeah, there are people out there that have those situations going on.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of myths, you know, never can tell.
Yeah. And, you know, I love that you said that, because there are, I can think of a couple right now who were in the entertainment industry, and they were spending a lot to put out the image that they want, to put out films, to put out productions.
Yes.
But the amount that it was costing them was taking over everything. You know, like TLC, the same way. They said they were going out and doing these shows, entertaining millions of people, but at the end of the day, they didn't have money for, like, the basic things, like gas and things like that. They had a costume that could wow you. They had a show that could wow you, but then they couldn't handle their basic things, which is one of the reasons why we are so adamant about financial literacy, because, you know, we do want to put out a good production for whoever we're putting the production on for.
Yeah.
But then also you have to consider your own personal finances and your own goals, so that at the end of the day, all of your profits are not thrown out the window.
Exactly.
You know, that you still have some, you know, that you're making profits.
Exactly.
You know, millionaires are all about making profit.
Making profits, investments to keep their millions going. And that's what a lot a lot of millionaires do. They make investments, and not just making investments in themselves and in their business, but you think about it, something that Vanessa just mentioned, an investment in your family, in your children. We have a program, and services in our business is for young children from the ages of 9 to 17 in school, middle and high schools, financial literacy program.
Right.
And it teaches them about banking and finances, checks, balances.
Right.
And that's very, very very valuable.
Yeah. Oh, no. Interest rates.
Interest
rates. I mean, that's one thing that sometimes people don't consider that.
Right.
But that's a big factor. If
Yes.
you buy something and at the end of that big purchase, you have to spend an extra $10,000 because of
Exactly.
interest rate, that's a big deal that needs to be factored in.
Exactly.
You know.
And
But
so
the program is
awesome.
I love that program.
Yeah, well, they need to know. And I know when I was in middle school, I remember all about multiplication. It was about multiplication, learning your multiplications, but it really wasn't talking about credit repair, or it wasn't talking about, financial literacy. These children need to be educated. Back then, your parents had to educate you the best they could. But if you have 5 and 7 sisters and brothers, when is your mom going to have time to do that? She's not a teacher, but definitely she had to help you all with all your homework. You're in different grades. I mean, it's a lot,
Yeah.
So for that part about financial literacy, credit repair, and things like that, we didn't get that then. We got it once you got in college. They offered you credit cards. They said you will have $300 to $500 on that card. Oh yes, I'll take that card. Just sign right here.
You're fresh in college.
And that's how
they're
easy
giving
it
you a
was.
card. You're not sure exactly how to use it, but I'll take that credit card as a college student, and I'll go spend some money. That was the financial literacy.
Financial literacy, and that starts to mess you up as a young adult, because then that's going on your credit report, because you didn't know anything about financial literacy when you were in middle school or high school. You just knew how to spend, and you wanted to get you a job so you can make more money, so you can buy your own skateboard, shoes, clothes. For men,
Yes.
they want to get their hair cut,
Insurance and the different things.
You want to go out and party, and all that stuff. You're not
Yeah.
thinking about your future, but like I said, things do happen in life.
Yeah.
And that's why we're here, to give you all the information that you need, because we are personal financial developers.
And that brings us to another very important point, is that one of the myths about being a millionaire is that you have to know everything. And you just don't. People who are making large amounts of money, they are going to people who can help them in their financial area. Going to people who are image consultants who help with that. Going to people who are publicists. Going to people for different areas. And millionaires learn how to delegate the responsibilities.
Yes.
So that at the end of the day, they can still make money.
Make money.
But then make money. I like the way that sounds. Make money.
I'm talking about that. Where the money reside. Hey. Okay.
But that's what they do.
Yeah.
They want to, at the end of the day, be able to make money and make all of these profits, and then still have a peace of mind.
Yes.
Because if millionaires were trying to do all of the things that it took to be a millionaire, they wouldn't be able to go about their day regularly, because there's so many moving parts.
Yes.
Because the more money you have, the more moving parts you have to
like
make the
that.
whole machine work. So one of the myths is that millionaires have to know everything and run everything.
I like that, and that is so not true.
Right.
Yeah, you cannot grow and expand if you have to do the only one. It's like being an onepreneur. Like you just do everything yourself. You will run.
Onepreneur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that from somebody else, so I figured I'd use it just like ginormous. Like this is ginormous,
Yeah.
But they have to. When you, just like in the entertainment business, even in banking, the CEOs, they have an assistant, they have a vice president and a president. And
Right.
the banking is and then you have all of your assistants, you know. You have a secretary, you have a director, you have, you know, the chief of the department. You have all of these working parts because
Right.
you want to be able to grow and expand, and you can't do it all on your own.
Right.
And so there's just like even in your personal business, as you begin to grow, to make your millions,
To make
Sorry
your
about that.
millions.
To make your
Okay.
millions,
We
you
got
have
you.
to get some help.
That's so true.
You know?
And you know, one of the greats when it comes to professional development, his name is Brian Tracy. He was talking about how he used to try to do so many things on his own. Like every week he was going to cut the grass himself.
Wow.
And, you know, then his wife, she had things that she would do all the time. She would always do the laundry, you know, wash the dishes and cook and, you know, the different roles that we have in our own lives.
Right.
Well, one day he was working late and he had a speech to give because that was the thing that put food on the table for them was his speaking engagements. And he's really good at it. He's got a lot of books and a lot of YouTube videos and all of that. But when he came home from the speaking engagement, his wife had someone else to cut the yard for him.
Ooh.
He came home and said, who cut my yard? He wanted to know, who cut my yard? She said, I got somebody to do it for you. You know, you need to spend your time in other places. So we'll just have somebody else to cut your yard for you. And they've been doing that ever since. And then so he said, okay, well, you have other things to do too. I'm going to have someone to do the laundry for you. She was like, what? No, I do my own laundry. I do my own laundry, thank you.
Right.
But they started having someone to do the laundry also. And he broke it down like this. He said that whatever you are getting paid the most for, that's what you need to be spending your time and your energy on.
I love that.
All of the other things that don't pay you what you are worth, those things need to be delegated out to someone else.
Right.
So if you get paid to do speaking engagements and they are paying you like, we could pick any number. What if you got paid $25,000 per speaking engagement? What if
I'll
you got
take
paid-
that. Okay,
Yes.
excuse me. I'm so sorry.
Booker today. And me too.
I know that's what's up.
That's what's up. So you get paid $25,000 for a speaking engagement.
Okay.
Right? So your energy needs to go towards making that speaking engagement the best that it could possibly be.
Okay.
If there's something else that wouldn't pay you as much, let's say if it were laundry, and maybe it would pay you like $10 an hour.
Right.
Whereas a speaking engagement would pay you like
25.
$25,000 for the hour.
Yes, Lord.
You know, then the other things that are taking away your time, like doing laundry, doing the dishes, those things need to be delegated out so
Right.
that you can better prepare yourself for the thing that's going to bring in the most amount of money.
Exactly.
So, you know, millionaires are all about delegating out the things that
Yes.
are, you know, time wasters.
Yeah.
You know, it would be great, you know, just if they were done. You know, because if you have a husband or a wife or something, you know, maybe they'll say, no, I want my wife to wash the dishes or I want my husband to do the yard. But there comes a point where if you are doing something that's bringing in a whole lot more money, then
you don't need to do those things.
Right, you no longer need to do those things. And when you see millionaires who have people doing these different jobs, it's so that they can make room in their life to continue making the big bucks.
That's
You know,
true. That's
the
true.
myth is that millionaires need to do everything. Like a myth is that millionaires are doing the same thing during their day that you're doing.
That's a myth.
They're
That's
not.
not true. No,
Because
they're not.
if you spent your Saturday sorting out clothes and
Washing the dishes,
washing the dishes,
doing the yard,
and
taking the dog for a poop.
You're walking the dog.
Sorry about that.
Then you
Somebody gotta walk the dog.
they're not doing the same thing.
Right.
Beyonce, that's my girl. Beyonce's not doing the same things that I'm doing. You know, but here's the thing: you have to really be focused on the thing that's going to make the money.
That's right.
You know, to be able
And
to
it's not
afford
that-
to delegate out the other
Right.
thing.
And it's not that she's not doing the same things that you're doing. But in your life, you are a professional, you are a businesswoman, you know, you are a mother, your mom, you know, and you're a teacher, and you're also a book writer. She's an author, you know, and upcoming more books as well in her future. So I'm sure, you know, we talk all the time. She will have a staff, you know, and she's going to be looking forward to delegating them. And she's already working on that as well. So believe me, we're not there at that status, not yet. But we do have dreams and goals and aspirations. And we're always looking to meet other professionals as well, to stay in the circle, to keep us focused on our dreams and goals, because they are. So don't think that we're inviting you in to be a part of what we do. If you need our services, you know, again, budgeting, attorneys, you know, power of attorneys, you know, credit restoration, financial literacy, all of those things. But we're looking to see what you might need as well, you know, and what you're doing in your profession, so that we can actually possibly collaborate with you. And what you're doing, and you know, just see how everything is working out for you in your industry and your business professional, and also get to know who you are.
Yeah, that's true.
So definitely, you know, it is a lot of myths about millionaires, but there's the truth too. You know, they're making the money, but also making the money. You know, you're able to live differently. And that's what we all want. That's what we're all working for, to help others in living differently. You're able to help others, just like LeBron James. He made enough money that he put himself in a position that he was able to open up a school. You know, and that's huge, especially in the education area that he went for, to open up a school where he could leave a legacy, not just leave the legacy, but to have other students go into that school and to grow and to learn. You know, he wants them to have a better future. So, you know, that's the part about, you know, becoming a millionaire. And it's beautiful when you can take your millions and make a future for other people.
Yes.
And that's what life is about. That's where we're going to get our rewards, when we can help other people to have a healthier financial lifestyle. And that's what it's about.
And I love what you said, because in him opening the school, he's like serving other people. And, you know, one of the myths may be that millionaires are selfish, or that they want to have everything to themselves.
Right.
When in reality, to make money, you've got to be of value to somebody else.
I like that. That's so true. That's what's up.
That's
so true.
Yeah, if you're making millions, it's because somebody is recognizing that whatever you have is valuable to them,
I like that.
and so that it's valuable enough for them to pay for it. So, you know, millionaires are serving. They're serving all the time.
All the time. I mean, and I like what you're saying as far as millionaires are serving, because even regardless of the occupation that they do, whether it's in the music industry, whether it's in sports, you know, whether it's in movies and things like that, they're serving because they're giving us something that we can enjoy. Yeah. Who don't love a good basketball game? Who don't love a good football game? You know, who don't love a good Beyonce? You know, one of her going on one of her journeys with her. Yeah, going to see one of her shows, and that's the same thing for a lot of other singers or professionals in the industry, music industry. You know, we have a good time. You know, because millionaires, you may be making money and enjoying the millions, but they have to enjoy life too. You have to enjoy life. You just don't make the money not to enjoy life. You know, and even the women and men that are in the movie industry, you know, they get married. They have families. They want a life outside of just working that profession.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they see value in their profession, but that's why they can they go to have a life. They want to get married. They want to go on trips. They want to go on vacations.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they enjoy the vacation while they are being of value. Like when they're making a movie, they get to make the movie in China, make the movie in, you know, New York, make the movie in Hawaii. You know, all of those things, but yet and still they come back to their family. There's nothing like family.
Right.
So yeah, it's joy in making it, but the value of it, like you said, you know, when people can see their value, that's a plus in their life and for the industry that they're in.
Yeah.
And
you know, one of the things, millionaires, like most other people, we have some of the same like parts of life, you know. There's family, there's money, there's spirituality, there are all these different facets of life, all of these different things that make us human.
Yeah.
And, you know, one of the myths may be that, you know, money solves everything.
But it doesn't.
But it doesn't. You know, so one of the myths about making millions is that making millions is not going to just make you a completely different person and make you so happy that nothing ever goes wrong again. You know, every level has different challenges. So one of the myths is money solves everything. But then the reality is that everything is not a money problem.
Like that. That is so true.
You know,
that is so true.
There are other challenges that we face, and whatever level we are on, we've got to get good at solving the problems at that level. You know, we're looking to go up.
Or being of value, like, you know, in helping them to solve that problem. And just to piggyback on what she was just saying, that they have different things that come up in life. They have family that might have death. They might have, family that have death. They have children that have health issues, or, you know, children in school, you know, keeping them focused on their education. Just a wealth of different areas in their life that they have to concentrate while they're being of value in their industry.
Right. So they have all kinds of things going on.
Yeah, and another thing that you had mentioned, as far as money solving everything, as we know, one of the biggest persons that was in technology, was it Steve Jobs that passed away? Yeah, it was Steve Jobs. He was mega rich, was he not?
Yeah,
mega rich, because Apple. He owned Apple.
Right. That's
mega rich. Company. And he
serving millions and millions of people.
And he had all the money in the world. He had money. And unfortunately, he had cancer. And of course, they tried everything. Of course, if you have the money, you can do that.
You can. But you can try everything that's out there. You can try the latest and greatest solutions to any ailment that the body comes against. But
unfortunately, he did not survive that. So even though, you know, we're talking about the myths of millions, because it's true. There's a lot of myths out there. So on your way to deciding your destiny, on your journey, make sure that you take care of the personal things that are very, very important, which is your will and trust, to let all of your family know what you want to happen if anything bad happens to you and you're not able to speak for yourself. But other than that, you know, I just pray that God will give you the desires of your heart while you're out there making your millions.
I pray that too.
Yeah, we're all on our way. You're on your way. As far as making millions, you know, write it down, make it plain, do your affirmations every day, stay in the right circle of people that are going in that same direction, maybe in different areas, maybe different in different occupations, but they all want to be able to be a blessing to everybody that's in their future, that they're involved in. Family, friends, family, associates, business associates, even people you don't know, that you can be a blessing to. That's huge. That's huge.
That's true.
So let's
Serve
go
the
on.
masses.
Take a commercial break.
Yeah, serve the masses.
Yes.
That's what millionaires
do.
We'll be back shortly to talk more about some myths about making millions, and we'll see you when we return.
Events and Adventures knows how to make the most of being single. Get social, in person, try new things, and just have fun. Join Events and Adventures. We've been doing the single life right for over 30 years. 30 great events every month. Just visit eventsandadventures.com.
Married is for committed couples that are either engaged or married and would like to keep the dating in their marriage, fight for the family, and lower the divorce rate one couple at a time. We plan 30 to 50 events a month that include workshops, seminars, webinars, experts, and events all around town. This is for couples that want to develop friendships with other like-minded couples that take their marriage and vows seriously. We will also be offering premarital help so that you will not be a statistic. Would you and your partner like to take international vacations together with other couples and at group rates? When you are home, you will learn your city as you go to each new event. Your membership includes all of our locations. We take the guesswork out of creating, having, and keeping a strong marriage. Contact us today.
I'ma keep on rock. Keep on rock. I won't stop rocking till I retire.
We're gonna be kings, T.
Hey y'all, I was just calling to tell y'all about my new show. I'm up here down here in the newsroom. You heard me? We talking political news, social news, hood news, jailhouse news, your mama news, baby mama news. We all over in the building, okay? I stay in the newsroom. Make sure y'all tune in to In the Newsroom each and every Sunday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Boss Up Houston Network. Let's go.
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome
Hey.
back
Welcome
to another
back.
episode of Race to Wealth. So excited you guys are joining us. Start the show or something?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're excited that you're coming back with us. We're talking about myths about making millions. There's some things that people believe about making millions that may be holding them back. So we're going over a couple of those just to make sure that your philosophy is ironed out and so that you're not letting any of these myths control the way you think and control how your life is
I
going.
like that. I like that.
So one of the myths about making millions is that you have to worry about money to make millions. And that's not necessarily true. You don't have to worry yourself into gray hair about money to make money. You've got to be serving people like we were talking about before. And so you don't have to worry about money all day, every day.
No, you don't.
To be
I like that.
a millionaire.
That isn't it. Right. Because most millionaires have a dream or goal and pursue that dream or goal.
Right.
Again, just like somebody say, I want to be an actor. The ones that we know, like Denzel Washington, Taraji
P. Henson.
You know,
Oh, I
she
love
left
her.
home with her son, went to California.
With
and
$700.
With $700. Look at her now. Now, I'm not saying that happens for everyone. I'm just saying for the people that I've seen on TV and told their testimony. And that has to do with what she just said. That was what she wanted, and she went for it. And so it's just like Miss Vanessa Harris. Yes, I have to call my business partner and my friend out. She designed. Tell them what you designed. The Spanish course. At her.
You. My mom does that. Tell them what you did, honey. Tell them what you did. Designed this program for people to learn the English or the Spanish that they need to maneuver through language in their everyday lives. So whatever career they're in, if you'd like to know more about how to talk in that language, what to say, how to say it, maybe some questions that people would ask you, I developed a program so that you can easily learn the English or the Spanish that you need in your career.
Yeah, she speaks hand language too.
So
I gotta catch up with her. But
Thank you,
so we're talking
Chelsea.
about that's my girl. That's my girl. I'm telling you that she is like awesome.
Birds of a feather
Flock together. I know that's what's up. That's like mine. We got you out there. We see you.
Yeah.
And you see us. So put it in the comments. That's my girl.
What? Oh my gosh. There are so many myths when it comes to being to making millions. There are so many. Like one of the things is, like we're talking about the actresses and my program and things like that. One of the myths is that whatever you start with, that's going to be the thing to make you make millions. When in reality, as you're going down this road of your financial life, something might happen along the way and you feel, and you might lose creativity in one thing. So then you find something else that you could serve the people with that maybe you're really good with. Then you start doing that, start working that muscle, and then you're able to serve people doing something else. And then millionaires arrive at millionaire status doing something that originally
they had no plan doing.
They had no plan of doing.
That's
you know.
That's good.
That's
that's good. Well, another one that I was able to research is that millionaires have prestigious educations from a private college. No, that's not necessarily true. How many of you out there know millionaires and some of them did not drop out of college?
And some didn't even go.
Oh, that's true.
To start out with, I know, I know Kanye has a whole album titled College Dropout, and his network is in the billions right now,
Oh my goodness, go ahead.
Yeah, and you'd be surprised that people that you see, and if you saw his clothes that he has now, and they have the holes in them,
just like the jeans that have the holes. Now, who would have thought people would be making big money putting holes in your clothes? And we used to run around and play and tear our clothes up
naturally.
And I got me some too, y'all.
Have some too.
Thank you.
I have some too. I bet you have some too, don't you? They are. They're super cute.
And it's sexy.
Yes, very. And but whatever you start out with, you might think, this is gonna be the thing that helps me get through life, financially. Yeah. Then along the way, you see, this will be really good for people, or I'm really good at this, and this is easier for me to do and serve to the people. Right. So whatever thing you can serve out would be the best.
Yeah.
Commercial.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are going to take a quick commercial break, and we can't wait to come back and talk about more myths about making millions. We'll see you soon.
Hi, this is T. Foxy Wyckoff, and this is Let's Talk Business and Real Estate, where faith, hope, and determination comes alive. You can't talk business without talking real estate. Oh. Come follow me. The Lord will bless your barns, and He will bless your hands and everything you put them to do. The Lord will bless the property in which He's giving you. Tune in to Let's Talk Business and Real Estate on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. on the Boss Up Houston Network.
Are you single? Maybe you're divorced or new in town. It's time to meet your match with Events and Adventures. Whether you're low-key or adventurous, come hang out with tons of like-minded people at exciting group activities. The best part? Everyone is single. From happy hours and trivia nights to outdoor adventures and weekend getaways, Events and Adventures has something for everyone. We're all here for the same reason. So come be part of a community made for singles. Your match is waiting for you to make your move. Visit eventsandadventures.com to get started. That's eventsandadventures.com.
Hi, this is T. Foxy Wyckoff, and this is Let's Talk Business and Real Estate, where faith, hope, and determination comes alive. You can't talk business without talking real estate. Oh. Come follow me. The Lord will bless your barns, and He will bless your hands and everything you put them to do. The Lord will bless the property in which He's giving you. Tune in to Let's Talk Business and Real Estate on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. on the Boss Up Houston Network.
Hello. Welcome back to Raise to Wealth. Okay, so we were talking about before the commercial break, we were talking about myths about making millions.
Millions.
So we're going to jump into it again. One of the myths about making millions is that millionaires make risky investments. Like they are risking it all to win it all.
And you know what? I believe that is a myth, but at the same time, you do have some, I'm not calling nobody no names, but you do have some, I want to just say some different type of people out here. Mm-hmm. Because there are people that unfortunately get hooked on gambling.
Oh, yes.
So, but that's at risky investments, right?
Right.
So that's not, gambling is not an investment.
Well, would you, if they are gambling a lot,
That's
would you, and they have millions of dollars,
Right.
and then they lose the millions, and then they get millions again, and
Right.
they lose the millions,
Right.
would you consider them to be millionaires? They've had millions more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times, and they lose it each time. What do you
That's
guys
crazy. That's not a risk. That's something wrong.
think? Oh. Yeah, I whenever it comes
Good.
to
So yeah.
when we're talking about risky investments, I mean, in order for them to make more money,
Right.
are they spending the majority of their money out to see?
Right. Right.
They've got, are they putting all their money out and like waiting for the phone to ring to say, hey, listen, you just literally hit the lotto with this investment that you just made.
Yes.
One of the myths is that millionaires are lucky, and that's definitely a myth.
Yeah.
There may have been some people along the line who have gotten lucky,
Right.
and they have come across large sums of money.
Right.
But as you saw in our other show,
Right.
a lot of people who had won the lottery or come across a lot of money, those people, a lot of times if their mentality didn't get to millionaire mentality, a lot of times they lost that money. That money was gone.
Yeah.
So are millionaires who continue to be millionaires for years and years, are
Wow.
these people lucky?
Right.
I'd say no.
No.
Because, there is luck is one of those things. If preparation meets opportunity and you call that luck, then you could say that they're lucky. But for people to make large sums of money, we found that they've got to be prepared.
Yes.
And if you are prepared for something and an opportunity comes along and you're able to make a lot of money off of it, or you're able to serve a lot of people because you've been preparing yourself the whole time, preparing.
Right.
Then an opportunity comes along, you can take advantage of the opportunity because you're ready.
Yeah.
You've been preparing yourself the whole time.
That's
You've been
right.
grooming yourself for an opportunity such as this whole time.
That's good. And the
And
Bible says, "Be ye always ready."
Be ye always ready.
because you never know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Be ready
good.
so you don't have to get ready.
Come on, then.
I don't think that's in the Bible, but the way
No,
you
that
said
was not.
it,
Yeah. The way
Be
I said
ready.
is, "Be ye always ready." That's in the Bible, but
that's true.
But yeah. So
it's not exactly luck,
no.
but
No.
it's preparation.
Right.
Sometimes years and years and years of preparation to, come across the right opportunity.
Right.
That is going to consistently bring in millions of dollars. Just think about it. What are some of the things that you are preparing for right now, in our own lives? If we laid around all day and watch YouTube or TikTok or whatever it is just for entertainment, those things, they seem like they could be fun, but what are you preparing yourself for? Because sooner or later, there's going to be an opportunity that comes across your path. And if you're not ready for it, the opportunity is going to pass over you.
That
and,
is so true.
That's what poor is, passing over opportunities repeatedly.
Wow.
And so
That's
if,
good talk.
if you're
That's
not
good talk.
prepared.
Yeah, you definitely have to begin to put yourself in that position, or
Right.
whatever whatever you destined, whatever your journey you're walking in, whatever your goals and your dreams are. Like you said, you have to start preparing for them. I myself, I also have a jewelry boutique. And I was in the military when I got out the military and came home. I was thinking about what was one of the things that I really wanted to do. And besides the job, of course, I had to have a job because I had to pay my bills. Now, I ain't saying this is just something else I wanted to do on the side. Well, I had decided that I wanted to have a jewelry boutique. And again, it was preparation. It was my goals and my dreams, and I pursued it. Went out. I started to research. I started to buy the products and services that I wanted to sell for my boutique. I got me a website. I went and got business cards, processed business cards, or got business cards printed. I began to promote what I had and things like that. And again, if it's what you want, you have to move. You have to step into it and move on it. It's just like a lot of people, they have a lot of negative things to say about millionaires, but why talk negative about them when you don't want to put yourself in the position so you can make millions? Even if you want to make 10,000, you want to make 5,000 a month, a week, a day, or what have you. What are you doing to put yourself in that position? To broaden your horizons on you making more money for yourself or for your family or for your for your business, or not just for your business. Other people a lot of people want to have a nonprofit business as well. So like you said, it's preparation.
It is preparation.
Yeah.
And they say that you cannot prepare yourself or walk into something that you resent. So someone would not, you can't be in the mindset of millionaires are bad people. They're people who have cheated along the route. They're all these negative things to say about people who are making millions or billions. If that's your mindset, it's going to be really hard to make the money, to do the same thing that they're doing, because there's already resentment there, So people who are making millions, they've done away with that resentment people who talk about money, resentment of people who are making money, making decisions, financially. That's something that, gotta get rid of.
Yeah. And that means that that has a lot to do with your circle of friends, circle of family, that's going to push you and inspire you and drive, to where you want to be or what you want to obtain in your life. And that's really crucial to be in the circle of friends that will speak your name or talk about you, and a circle of people that are looking for something that you have. That was on one of my posts.
Hey, that's a whole word right there.
Thank you. That's a big word. That's value right there.
Yeah. Because you can plug them in. Plug in the people that you know.
Yeah.
It's good to have people talking about you if they're talking about how you can serve them.
Yeah. Or serve someone else.
How you can serve.
Yes.
Because I'd love to be in my friends talking about how I can help with language, or how I can help with finances, or how I can help with the jewelry boutique that you have, the styling, the fashion, the financial programs that you have. If your friends are talking about that kind of thing, it is okay for them to talk about you and everything that you have going on, and the books that you're writing, and the talks that you're giving, the events that you're having, everything.
All of that.
It's good being a concerned
money
friend.
makes the world go round, and people make the world go round. Yes, and we all are in it to help each other. Even though I use the word help, and even though there's a lot of people out there that on the negative side, but those aren't the people that's going to be in our circle, because we don't do drama. It will shorten your life. We don't do that. We're out here to present to you options and opportunities, and positivity. To affect you, to affect your health. I was just listening to a sermon that was done by Bill Winston, and within his sermon, he talked about how valuable your system, your body's system is. Trying to think the other words that he was talking about.
Like your circulation,
your health, but not just your health, your immune system.
Oh, your immune
system. How powerful
system.
Your immune system is. The words that are spoke over your life, the people that you're around, they affect your immune system. I said, wow, that's powerful. Not just your thinking.
I believe it.
Yeah, your whole immune system has to do with your health. That's where your power comes from. Because when your immune system is affected, you can become sick very fast. So what the information that we're talking about is healthy. So we're talking about affecting your health, in a positive way, and it's going to affect your immune system. Because your that immune system.
That's important. Because we were talking, one of the myths about millionaires is that to be wealthy is to have an enormous amount of money in the bank.
Right.
And that's a myth. That's not necessarily true, because health is wealth also.
Oh, yes, it is. Don't we know?
And like you're saying, your whole immune system being affected. Now, who would want to have like millions and millions and not even be able to enjoy it because you can't even get out of the bed? You know what I mean?
That's hard. That hurts. That hurts. And we've heard stories. We've seen things on TV. Tragedy happens.
So
in
wealth
people's
is
lives.
All kinds of things happen, and wealth is being able to hang out with your friends.
Right.
Do business. Go on the beach. Go to the grocery store.
Right.
Just being
small
around
things.
Other things, all the small things, being with your family.
Yes.
Getting some spiritual nourishment, all those things. And I'm naming off a couple, but you have a couple of things that you enjoy doing throughout the day.
Yes.
And just enjoying them to the fullest.
To the fullest. You have today.
We
have today.
We have today.
And then we can go on the next day. You'll have it once you wake up. And you want to wake up in good health, physically, mentally, financially,
Spiritually,
that immune system,
emotionally.
keep it built up with positivity so you can make that million.
There you go. I love that. Guys, this has been another episode of Race to Wealth, where we focus on your financial health. I'm your host, Vanessa Harrison.
And I'm your host, Delcine Thomas.
We are so excited to partner with Boss Up Houston Network. You can contact, if you'd like to reach out to Boss Up Houston Network, you like what you see, you'd like to put more out there for other people to benefit from, you can reach them at bossuphouston@gmail.com. You could reach out to me at www.vanessaharrison.com.
And Delcine Thomas, www.delcinethomas.com, and I'm also on Facebook. But definitely check us out on YouTube on Race to Wealth, Boss Up Houston, Race to Wealth. Leave a comment, share, and like.
It's been so great talking with you guys about the myths of making millions. We'll see you next time.
Peace out.
Adios.